Stages of writing. In this presentation, we're going to have the main steps and stages of writing. Here is a cycle that consists of 5 stages of writing. The first one is before writing, then make a draft, revise, edit, and publish. These 5 stages are very important if you'd like to have a very interesting and well-planned piece of writing. The first thing to start with is before writing. What should you do? To brainstorm and discuss to generate ideas, select a topic, decide the purpose and audience. Who is going to see the article and why you're writing this. The last thing is to organize your ideas. To make these things, you can do it through the Brainstorming Web. The Brainstorming Web, as you see here in the middle, the main idea or topic and other subtopics around. Like this, for example, my life. The main topic is my life. We can have the subtopics like family, my life goals, my work, friends, hobbies. And under each one of these you can find some lines that to write the main things you can write about in each subtopic. Like in family, we can write about parents, my wife, my kids, my relatives. This is a way. Another way here we can find an example of a student who made like introduction, body, and conclusion. You see that she's starting with the introduction, which is like in the head, the top, and then the body, what will be in the middle, and the last thing is the conclusion. If you look at this body and we removed the introduction, this person will be dead. And if you kept the introduction and skipped the body, he's also will be dead. And also if you kept the introduction body and removed the conclusion, he would still be alive, but it wouldn't be perfect. So to have a perfect writing, you have to write introduction, body, and conclusion. The second step is to make a draft. The draft is not perfect or final. For sure, it will contain mistakes, no problem. Just don't worry about small details. Just write. This is all what you should do. Here is an example of a draft, and you see that she's writing in a fast way. Maybe the handwriting is not clear. There are some mistakes, some deletion, a lot of things, but don't worry. Just write. Revise. You have to check the content and focus and organize ideas. You'd like to add something, remove something, make it clearer. If the ideas that you're writing is not clear, you can make them clear later. You're just working on a draft, don't worry. This is your chance. Change words and information, that's very important. And the fourth one is to edit the details. Correct and improve what? The spelling, punctuation, grammar, clarity of text. Add or take away information if you find something that is not appropriate or you'd like to add other things. Go on for it. This is a draft, don't worry. Fix all these. This is a draft. As you see, the writer here makes a lot of changes, a lot of things, a lot of additions, deletions, whatever. You can see it. The publish step, which is the last one, is to write a final draft. That should be like perfect. Present to public. If you are going to read it in front of them, if you are going to deliver it to your teacher, if you're going to publish it in a newspaper, see how you are going it to be. Make it look good. Here is a draft or a final draft. The final draft, as you see, with correction, and that is not fine. You have to give or deliver the audience something that is final with no corrections. You can do all this stuff in the draft, not in the final one. This is an example, as you see, the same draft that we've seen before, but this is the handsome, neat, very interesting, with a nice handwriting, but for sure there are mistakes, because if we check it, we'll find some. Like this one, most everyone, it can be like this, it should be everyone has. It's grammar mistakes. And then caliph, spelling mistakes with a. Cannot, it shouldn't be like this, it's also spelling mistakes. Here is the idea. Finally, you shouldn't be look like your role model in all things. Here is writer needs to say you shouldn't be a copy of your role model, and you have to be your own. This is the idea that she'd like to write, but the idea here is not clear, so you can edit this very well before you start your final draft. But this is nice too, no problem. You're still learning, no problem to make mistakes, but the most important thing is to learn from your mistakes. When writing, you have to consider these questions and take care of them and put them in front of you when you write. After finishing writing, you can proofreading. You can proofread your writing. Here is a checklist, and you can give it to another person, your classmate or whoever, and he can check your article. Or you can do it yourself, and this is a checklist will help you. Spelling is important too, and we make mistakes in spelling. Like this, a lot. This is a wrong way of spelling. The correct one is a lot. Writing's double T is a common mistake. The correct one is one T only. This way helps you a lot if you'd like to check your mistakes and overcome the common mistakes that you make. Here is most often misspelled words. This will help you too, like a lot, as we said. Peace, they make it write it like Piece. It's a mistake. And weak, a lot of people write it Weak, which is the adjective, not the noun of weak. Ideas for new words. If you have a new word, you can write it like this, write the definition, and write a sentence for it, and this will help you get more vocabulary and words. Punctuation marks, and I know this is makes a lot of troubles for a lot of people, a lot of students, so you can use quotation marks, colon, apostrophe, semicolon, period, same like full stop, exclamation, question mark, comma. All these will be explained here in this piece of paper, punctuation. You can study it and it will help you a lot. Then the last thing is writing evaluation, how it will be. This evaluation list will help you evaluate your article, your others articles, whatever, and you can give yourself the grades. It will really be good help for you. Use it a lot after finishing your final draft. Thank you for everything. You'll find all the handouts below to download.